it's Rochelle and welcome back to my channel. So I am back with another video for you guys. I know it's been a while since I posted a new video, but I was actually really sick and I couldn't film any videos. I couldn't even do my makeup. But anyways, I'm back with a new video for you guys, and I did a talk through video and a foundation routine, you guys. So this is my updated foundation routine. This is what I've been doing lately and I really love it. So you guys, I'm really big on skin and foundation. I don't like when my foundation looks cakey and powdery and dusty, so I'm really big on the whole skin thing, you guys, and I have changed up a lot of things that I used to do. There's some things that I'm not doing anymore, so you guys just have to check out the video so you can see what I'm doing. So yeah, if you want to see how I achieve this flawless foundation look, then please continue to watch. The first thing I like to do is prep my skin with some moisturizer. You can use any moisturizer of your choice. I always use my NIVEA Moisturizing Anti-Wrinkle Cream. I've been using this forever. I love all things NIVEA, by the way, so just throwing that out there. I'm not trying to get a NIVEA brand deal, but I do love all things NIVEA. So whenever my skin is feeling a bit more on the dry side, I always use my FARSALI Rose Gold Elixir. I mainly use it when my skin feels dry though, and I use a really small amount. And I'm just gonna let all this stuff soak into my skin. So just to ensure that my foundation lasts all day long, I like to use a primer, and today I'm going to use the YSL Blur Primer. I've been using it for a while now. I really love it because it does give my skin a really nice glow as well, and it does blur out any imperfection. It just makes my foundation looks really smooth. Now this next step that I'm about to do is completely optional, but I absolutely fell in love with this product. This is the NYX Pore Filler, and I mainly use this under my eyes because I do have tiny little wrinkles under the eyes, and this is just gonna fill in the little lines that I have going on here because whenever I apply my concealer, it actually does help my concealer from not creasing up. So since this video is a foundation routine video, you guys, I'm actually going to do my eyes off camera today, and I'm going to do my brows off camera. So I just did my eyes and my brows really quickly, and I really love this eye look. It's super easy to achieve. If you guys want to see a tutorial on this look, definitely comment down below. So I'm just going to move right on into the skin because that's what this video is about. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some color correcting, and I'm going to apply a orange concealer under my eyes because I do have dark circles. If you don't have it, it's not necessary to do this step, but I don't like when I apply my foundation and I can see my little bit of darkness peeping through, so I use a orange concealer just to do some color correcting. And I do have a little bit of darkness right here as well, so I apply the orange concealer there. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a concealer brush just to blend that in. The concealer that I'm using is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. It is a orange concealer. It's not necessarily one of my favorites, but honestly guys, any orange concealer will do the trick. Okay, so now I've done my color correcting. I'm going to move on to foundation, and today I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I use the shade 173. I'm also going to be mixing that as well. I'm going to be using the NYX Total Control foundation and the shade Caramel. So I'm using both of these foundation, and I just love the way they look together. The NYX foundation is absolutely amazing. I love it. The coverage is really good. However, this foundation is really matte, you guys, and I usually love a matte foundation, but because my skin has been feeling a little bit more on the dry side, I cannot wear this foundation on its own. So I do like mixing it with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, which more has a smooth feeling to it, so it doesn't feel dry. It has like a skin-like finish actually, so it gives my skin a really nice glow. But these two together is just so amazing. I love it, and it just looks really flawless. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my face, just like so. And when it comes to stick foundation, I like to use a brush first and then go in with a beauty blender. The brush that I'm using is the flat kabuki brush, and I got this brush from the Jackie Aina Favorite Brush Set collaboration with Sigma. Congrats on your brush set, Jackie. So I'm just going in patted motion and just working that foundation into my skin. I really love how this foundation makes my skin look. Like, it looks so smooth, like butter. I like to go in with a damp beauty blender sponge just to make sure that everything is blended to perfection. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the NYX Total Control foundation. So So I don't really need a lot of the NYX foundation. I feel like the coverage on the Makeup Forever is absolutely amazing. So now we're gonna move on to highlighting. I'm gonna take my Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in the shade at 3.75. It's my absolute favorite. I really love it because it's really nice and creamy, and I don't like to put anything under my eyes that's gonna feel dry and leave my eyes feeling and looking dry and cakey. I like creamy products under the eyes. This concealer can tend to be a little bit creasy, but you guys, I blend it out so well and I set it really good, so it doesn't really crease up on me. And to apply the concealer, I'm gonna use one of my favorite concealer brushes. This is the MAC 195 brush. The areas that I'm gonna highlight is under the eyes, down my nose, center of the forehead, and my chin area. You guys know the drill. If you've been watching me for a while, this is pretty much the same routine that I do for my highlighting always. Now that I apply my concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it using my damp beauty blender. So make sure that that sponge is damp and not soaking wet. I just love how this concealer looks on my skin. Like, it just blends so easy and it just looks so smooth. Now the next step I'm about to do is completely optional. You don't really have to do this. I love cream contouring. I'm gonna go in with a foundation stick that is a couple shades darker than my skin tone. And the foundation stick that I'm using, it's by Iconic. The shade is 3.2, so it's just a couple shades darker than my skin tone. And I'm just gonna apply it in the hollows of my cheek to snatch my cheekbones. And I usually put a little on my forehead area as well. Not because my forehead is like large or anything, I just like the way it looks. And I also add on my jawline. So I'm gonna go back in with the Sigma Kabuki brush and I'm just gonna blend the contour. So I'm just gonna push that upwards. And I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty blender sponge to blend. Like, when you say cream contour, I feel like some people think, oh my gosh, cream contour is gonna look so unnatural, but I feel like cream contour on its own by itself looks really natural. So I haven't really been using a lot of powder on my skin. I try to keep it minimal, but I do have to set this because I want it to last longer, and it is a little bit, looking a little bit on the shiny side, and I don't want my face to look super shiny. I mean, I want a little bit of glow, but not too shiny. So I'm just gonna go in with the MAC Studio Fix Perfecting Powder. It's one of my absolute favorite powders. It's not heavy at all, but it makes you look really flawless. And I just feel like a lot of people are sleeping on this powder, and you need to get this powder in your life. Like, it's amazing. I'm just applying the powder onto my MAC 134 brush, and I'm just going to press that into the skin. So to set and lock that concealer into place, I'm just going to apply it under my eyes as well. So I really press that in under my eyes, and this really helps with concealer creasing. Now, instead of me applying my Ben Nye powder or my Laura Mercier powder, which is what I would usually do to bake under my eyes, I am not doing that anymore, you guys. I haven't really been feeling the whole baking thing, especially under my eyes lately, because I just feel like I have my foundation, it looks flawless, and my concealer, everything looks flawless, and then I go ahead and I add like the powder under my eyes to bake, and then when I dust, the way it ends up looking dry, and it makes you look like you're kind of aged, like under your eyes just you look older. So I'm just like, I'm not here for that. I'm not trying to look older, okay? So I switched it up. So I tried using this recently under my eyes, and you guys, it is absolutely flawless. It's amazing, and I love the way it looks. So this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Finishing pressed powder. I really love it. This one has a yellow hint to it, which is what I like, because my Ben Nye powder has a bit of it's a yellow powder, and so is the Laura Mercier powder. And when I take pictures with this, I have absolutely no flashbacks. I wore it to a wedding recently, and my face was sitting all day long. So I just apply a bit of it onto my sponge, and I'm just pressing that under my eyes. And oh my gosh, you guys, it feels so lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy at all. And it looks so flawless. Like, that just brightened up my eyes. I also put a bit of that at the center of my forehead. So basically the areas that I highlight. You guys, when I take pictures when I'm using this powder, flawless. So to make my contour look a bit more defined and set my cream contour, because the cream contour is not gonna last all day long on its own, I do have to set it with a bit of powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the Tartiest Tarte palette. Whenever I say that word, a lot of you guys correct me and say I'm not saying it right, but I apologize. But yeah, I'm using the Tartiest Tarte palette, this shade right here. So to do a powder contour, you obviously want to use something that is a couple shades darker than your skin tone. I'm gonna go in with a contour brush as well. This is the Zoeva 127 brush, and I'm just gonna pop that right into them cheeks and get them snatched. This palette is so pigmented, like you have to be careful. Like look at that, I was obviously a little heavy-handed there, so I'm gonna have to fix that because it's looking a little too strong. So I was a bit heavy-handed with the powder contour. It's not looking too clean. So in order to fix that, I'm gonna take some Ben Nye Luxury powder in the banana. You can use any translucent powder to do this, and I'm just gonna apply it under the contour just to clean that up and make it look nice and clean. So I'm not gonna leave it on for very long at all. I'm just gonna apply my bronzer and then I'm gonna remove the powder. And the bronzer that I use is the Matte Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep Dark. So I'm just gonna apply it along my forehead. I'm just bronzing up my skin, along my cheek area as well. So now I'm gonna take the Sigma Tapered Highlight Brush. I like using it for this, and I'm just gonna dust away all that excess powder. So now that the foundation is completed, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows. I already filled this one in, so I'm just gonna fill it in off camera. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take one of my favorite products ever in life. This is the MAC Fixer Spray. So this is not a setting spray, you guys. I use this just to refreshen my skin and add a bit more glow back into my skin, especially when I apply the powder. So I'm just gonna apply this all over, and when you apply this on your skin first, before you do your highlight, that's what get my highlight to look super disrespectful and beaming. And since everything on my face is looking really matte, even my eyeshadow is looking matte, honey, I need some glow in my life, and you guys already know how I feel about highlighting. So today I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion Highlighter. I haven't used it in forever, but I used it yesterday and I was getting my entire life. So to apply my highlight, I love using a fan brush. This is the Morphe M310 This is the Morphe M310 brush. So I'm just going to apply the highlight on the highest point of my cheekbones. Yes. Oh. You guys, I love when my cheek has that nice little wet look to it, like my skin just got a little bit of wetness going on. I hope that didn't sound gross. Oh my gosh, look at that. Just being extra, okay. I'm also gonna apply the highlight at the tip of my nose. I'm gonna go back into my MAC Fix Plus spray, and I'm just gonna spray a little Fix Plus on that so it looks extra highlighted and disrespectful. Whenever I apply my highlighter, I like to go in with a larger brush just to make sure I blend that in nicely, because I don't just want like highlight to just be right there and it's not blended into the skin properly. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some blush to the apples of my cheek. I love blushes, and I love peach tone blushes. So I'm gonna use the NYX NYX Ombre Blush. I would show you guys what it looks like, but it's all broken up and raggedy on the inside. But this one is called Strictly Chic. Actually, let me just show you guys. Can you guys see it? It's broken. This is pretty much my foundation routine. With this look, you can pretty much do whatever lips you want to do. I'm just gonna keep my lips very neutral because it's really all about the skin and the face today. So I'm just gonna go in with my MAC Chestnut Lip Pencil. And to complete the lips, I'm gonna go in with NYX's Whipped Coral Slice. That's what I'm gonna do today. Now that the makeup is completed, I like to use a set-in spray just to set it, lock it, and go about my business. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. Look, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was very helpful to you guys, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. I love you guys. Bye.